I ran into them like in between, after the first map, even after they lost, and Forrest had a really good positive vibe to him still. He was joking with me. I said, are you going to take this map? And he's like, yeah, man, of course. And they came out and did it. And I think that bodes really well for a team like NiP. And I could see them coming out right now and upsetting Fnatic on one of their favorite maps.
The last time these two teams met on this map, it was in Aspen. And NiP won it by 16 rounds to 14.
And I would say that's saying a lot, because that was actually, one of Fnatic's big slumps. So the fact that it was that close, it could be scary. Though NiP have been playing even better since, so you don't really know. JW is looking for opening kill. Pronax in the middle, having a fight with GetRight and brings him down to 8 health. But the bomb up here from NiP, up in the apartments, it looks like it's going to be an A push coming out from the terrorist side.
Yeah, it's like a 2-2, maybe 3 halls, 2 lanes.
They're going really quick here, but they're getting shot down. Great stuff from JW. Flusher as well. They finally bring down one flare, but Pronax is there. That's a perfect start from Fnatic. Very well played on JW. Now, it may not seem like a lot, but when that many people run out of amps, Sean, try and talk to us. How difficult is it actually to stop them?
Well, typically it's insanely hard to stop something like that, because what ends up happening is the first guy gets by you, and you may kill the second guy, but the trade kill is so fast, the guys get hit and overwhelm the A-bomb site. But what you saw just now in that pistol round was completely different. You saw JW peek the window, get a lot of early information on A. They basically had the perfect setup for that hit because of how JW peeked ult and took that damage into GetRight.
Olofmeister on screen. This is going to be potentially a push up the catwalk. Olofmeister and Crims on B. Is there a more fearful combo on this map?
No, not at all. Especially with that car smoke that they're most known for. Crims playing this first orange angle, Olaf playing the spawn angle. They're just masterful at these 2 spots.
NiP, we invested into a Molotov this round, which is actually something that we saw the Brazilian team do as well. Even in Ecos, they would buy 3, I think, which was really, really overpowering. Can be really hard to stop. And then they had some Tech 9s as well. And we'll see. GetRight, Molotov in the back here, so no one can stand in that back side corner there. Olofmeister already being shot at a little bit. NiP just trying to see if they can run through before the rotation gets in. Crims missing the shot, he goes down to Alu. And Olofmeister trying to fall back. Flusher with a good kill on throw. It's very important that they stabilize here. And Flusher's going ham with the P90, getting up 2 kills. Olofmeister to take Freiburg. It's back and forth, and JW falls, and I'm not sure how. Pronax, can he do the damage here? The bomb is ticking away. They got to be careful because Olofmeister's very nearly dead. And Alu, what a shot. He gets the triple kill, and now it's all on Olofmeister. Charging in, picks up 1. And now 1 grenade out. Olof fakes it here, and Alu gets the kill, and it's a quad in the follow-up round. NiP steal it back.
What an individual performance right there by Alu, getting that kill on spawn, saving the round for NiP with that frag. Just keeping his composure like that, that's amazing.
Stuart, you asked us in the previous map, did Alu announce himself to the world stage just now? I think it's quite a firm answer here.
I think we're seeing a boy become a man on this stage.
And here's Fnatic with that 3rd round rebuy that I talked about. They're not afraid to buy up right here with hardly anything against rifles. NiP has a MAC-10 still. This could be scary for NiP.
Was that a cheap give of Exist Life there? Or should they have been expecting that push?
They probably should have, because what Fnatic really likes doing on Inferno when they have low money is exactly what you saw. They like to just rush banana and take those fights. It's something that they didn't start doing up until maybe a couple months ago, but I've noticed that when they have low money, they're not afraid to take that fight. And they do it with very little nades. It's just an aim battle at that point. And then they take back control and back off, play 4A.
So their weapon superiority, but a man down. How do they play out the rest of this round?
They're just trying to wait out the smokes right now and just really force Fnatic into a default setup. Because right now, Fnatic's so mobile around the map, using smokes to their advantage. It's one of the best attributes to their CT and Inferno game, is the fact that they're rotating around because of the smokes are up in certain places.
Well, Molotov being used inside, and actually Fnatic have to move because of them. There's Olofmeister going down, JW with the P90, good double kill, grenade on through, tags Grenade get right a lot, and JW can't get the third kill, so close though with the P90. Flusher, waiting over here, P250 hand, gonna take out Alu easily, he does go down eventually. Pronax will finish it. A solid round, I think, from Fnatic, and in spite of NiP having so many grenades, I actually initially thought they purchased those Molotovs to clear all the corners, but they used them for the B push instead.
Yeah, they got thrown off a little bit, I think, when they went down that man, and unfortunately for them, they lost the P90. And that's typically not that bad of a thing, but when JW picks up the P90, that's like the worst thing possible. Guy's gonna get a 2K every time with that gun.
2-1 Fnatic lead in map 3 of the grand final. It's JW who will see action first as Alu comes racing around that corner and delivers a headshot with a smile.
It's not a fight that JW will normally lose. He wins it 80% of the time. He's so good, even with an AWP, but especially with the Mag 7 as well.
JW is the king of the Mag 7. He's just always one Mag 7ing people. At honestly mid-ranges too.
NiP just feeling out their CT opponents to see what comes post-death of JW. Olofmeister and Crim's home at B. May even put up a little welcome mat, because here will come this next push. It's Forest to lead the charge. First shot is a headshot onto Crims. Olofmeister then with two of his own before going down to the hands of Exist. 3-on-2, bomb going down. There's Flusher and Pronax to have to retake this B site.
Well, it's not going to be easy, but they do have a kit. The sad thing is for them, they have no grenades. And I'm wondering if they know how low NiP are on health, because if they did, they might be able to just group up and simply run as a team and outgun them. Freiburg in a good position here with the AK. Flusher walking right into that one. And Freiburg will pick it up here. Fnatic, it's back and forth in the early rounds, and generally when that happens, it's going to heavily favor the terrorist side. So much more expensive playing CT side, and it'll be really rough for them, I think, from here on out. Exist to take down Pronax. No rifle saved, whereas NiP survive it barely with two members alive. And the Fnatic team, Sean, what do you think? Are they going to force up one more time?
It would be hard to call a force buy right now in this round if I were the in-game leader of Fnatic, but I mean, they've been known to do kind of crazy plays like that in the past. Here it is. They're going to force buy. This could put them in a really bad spot. Something really important to note right now in the game is Crims is having a hard time at B, and that's never something that happens on their CT Inferno. So it's really important to see Crims really find his own in B right now, get back to the form that we know he can be, and kind of be able to stop these NiP hits that are coming towards the B bomb site. And perhaps that is because JW died early in halls and the smoke timings were off a little bit.
Do you think that's the reason why they've moved him over here, or is it just because of the pistol now that they feel a little bit better having Olofmeister with the Mag 7 in B?
Yeah, it's really weird. I'm not sure why they elected to put Flusha in B, considering he has like really the same equipment as Crims. Maybe that's just kind of like a decision Crims wanted to make, like he couldn't get anything going. Hey, I'm gonna play Wrap this round, just try to get a frag or two.
Will be a B push. Freiburg has gone a long way up, and Olofmeister will be the man to see it. Pronax is going to sense this, and he and Crims will move over to B to join the fun. Olofmeister and that Max 7 are going to go real close as they use the smoke to gain positioning, and we'll wait to see some feet on the other side. Has seen nothing thus far as NiP are knocking on the door. First opportunity, he waits, then he takes his chance. It was Jack right on the other end of it, and Olofmeister doing a heck of a lot of damage in there. Freiburg and Alu get NiP some frags on the board, but Crims has Freiburg, and it's Alu 1-on-2 against Pronax, and I was going to say Crims, but no more! Pronax wins the round for Fnatic.
Yeah, it's a really interesting call actually right there by NiP to elect to throw that like wall of smokes at the B bomb site. They had to know that Fnatic's economy was extremely low. They obviously sensed that Fnatic bought that round, because you wouldn't run a strat like that knowing that Fnatic would be on like a full eco. So NiP knew that Fnatic stress bought with those like $2,000 1.5 buys, and they elected to throw the wall of smoke in the B site, which is kind of weird considering they also threw Molotovs to clear out half the angles.
Look at the buy here from NiP. They are not afraid to force up in return, which involves Alu with the AW. There's a casual eco-op coming out here. And Olofmeister will open up on Get Right. Alu charging up into the middle. He picks up that kill on Pronax. But they did lose Freiburg in the meantime. If this op really works to secure them the round, it's almost a miracle.
Alu just looking for someone to love in that A site. JW is the man playing hard to get. Crims will find existence. Fnatic are 4-on-1 up here against Alu, who has many a headline today, but won't be writing one now. 4-2 Fnatic.
And this is the point in the match where Fnatic's economy should be able to stable out. They can finally breathe. NiP will ultimately have to finally eco around and kind of forfeit the economy game early match right now to Fnatic, and basically hope to grind out some later rounds.
Now, I've asked you both in each map to position this for the new viewers who come into Counter-Strike as we, again, come close to that 800,000 mark. On Inferno, talk to us about the map. Who will be happier at what score and why?
I think Fnatic is honestly looking for about a 10 or 11 round half right here. NiP, honestly, they can be shaky on their CT side, but they have had some positional changes. I know that kind of recently. So I would say NiP is looking for about 5 to 6 rounds. Fnatic is looking for about 10 to 11. So
yes, agreed.
Yeah, I'm in the same area without a doubt. I think Fnatic, I don't want to say they should be lucky because they really fought hard for it, but it could have been such a bad half for them already if they didn't win that second force-up that they had. So credit to them for doing it, but now they're looking to close it out if they can. I mean, 13 is out of the question. Fnatic are a really strong team playing CT side, and they're only just gearing up. It seems like Flusher, what nice spray there, does take down Forest, but Get Right will be alone. It goes down to Pronax. Not much that he could have done.
what
So
a shot
5-2.
Flusher right there.
Now, we have seen some spectacular Counter-Strike thus far. It is 5-2 Fnatic, who defeated Virtus Pro to get here into the grand final. NiP took down the French side, Envy to get there. Fnatic have dropped their first map in the tournament on their second map of the final here. They are the form side, they are the favorites. Why?
They're the favorites because of just how well they can abuse rotations with these nades they use. They smoke bottom banana, they Molotov the ramp, they instantly have bottom banana control. They're going to rotate one all the way back to A. They still have 2 in banana though, knowing that NiP might like to come through that smoke more than most teams. I think typically you would see Fnatic leave only 1 in banana, probably because JW is in the boiler with an op actually. He can get a lot of information in angles like that. Another showcase why they're so good on this map.
And sometimes we do refer to some players as being specialist players. I definitely say JW is that up in the apartments with AWP or Max 7. It's really scary, really hard to deal with. It's not like NiP don't know that he could have been there, but he's just that good at doing it. On Nuke for the same player, it would have been hot. You see JW playing that hot.